What's up everybody, IcyCat here, and today we have the latest details on the next set of changes for the latest patch for Title Update 2.1. That will be deploying this week for PC and in the next couple of weeks for consoles. Want to know everything that's changing? Let's go over it all next. Title Update 2.2.1 will be going live for PC this Wednesday, June 7th. Originally that had been slated as June 6th, but it's been pushed back for one extra day now. The console update for this will not go online for nearly 2 weeks until Tuesday, June 20th. The reason for all of that being that consoles have a longer update approval time as they go through Sony and Microsoft certification, whereas PC can deploy right away. Previously, they had been trying to push the update on all platforms at the same time, but when there was a game-breaking bug, it would have to wait a month until the next big update before it could be addressed. This way, a big problem can be fixed right away for PC and still have time to get changed before console certification is finalized without having to wait a month before it can get resolved. So what's inside of this title update? The big thing that we've all known that's coming is, of course, one-step matchmaking. I've been talking a lot about it recently, but the short version is that it's an entirely new way to handle matchmaking, using a complete redesign of the way the system works. It'll be much faster, and games will launch much quicker as it builds a full roster of both teams and then launches a few seconds later. All of that takes place behind the scenes. When I tried it on the test server, it was very fast, with games launching within 30 to 45 seconds of searching. We'll see how well that holds up outside of the tech test server in the real-world conditions, but bottom line is, expect games to launch way faster now. It promises increased stability as well, which should mean less instances of squads being broken up or falling out during the matchmaking process. This all brings about what they're calling interactive matchmaking. This allows you to buy new operators, attachments, change skins, even browse the shop and buy new items, all while matchmaking is happening in the background. The flow of requeuing at the end of any given match has also changed. Now your party can choose to requeue matchmaking, to find a new game, return to the main menu, or rematch in a hopefully better and smoother way than you could before. The other big part of this update is the Hitbox rework. Previously, the hitbox of the operators was pretty much anything you could see on that character visually. Things like getting a headshot on Frost by hitting her bulky coat collar were a thing that could happen, as well as Blitz getting headshot by hitting his earmuffs that stuck out too far even though he was behind a shield. Now the hitbox is only affecting what we would consider to be the physical body of the operator. Bullets will simply pass through the area of the character model outside of that. In a later update, they will add feedback pass, so things like sparks bouncing off metallic parts and things like that will happen, so you know you hit the target even if it wasn't in the part of the hitbox that registers as causing damage. But that reactive portion of the non-hitbox areas won't be up and running just yet. That'll be a later update. It looks like what is considered to be the valid hitbox will differ a little bit between operators based on class. Smaller, lighter characters such as Ashe will have a slightly smaller hitbox than larger, bulkier characters such as Rook. We're also seeing an incoming nerf for GLAZ. Pretty much everybody has been complaining that with the addition of his thermal scope, he's now too overpowered. To deal with that, at this time they're reducing his effectiveness. First, his recoil will be increased, making it harder to chain together multiple shots on a target rapidly. This will also affect the time it takes for his reticle to recenter on the screen. Next, his damage is getting nerfed. Previously, he could do 160 damage unsuppressed at very close range, and then 85 damage at any other range. Now, he will do 85 damage at very close range and 65 damage at medium and long ranges. This takes him from a 1 to 2 shot kill sniper down to a 2 to 3 shot kill marksman, and puts him relatively on par with other marksman DMR users like Buck and Blackbeard for a damage range. Additionally, some secondary gadgets are being swapped around. Ashe and Thermite are losing their smoke grenades and getting stun grenades instead. Fuse and Jackal are losing stun grenades and getting smoke grenades in their place. So watch out for the Ashe rushes, they're going to be accompanied by flashbangs now. Also, some steps have been taken to counteract spawn killing by changing some lines of sight for Chalet, Consulate, and Canal. It should be noted spawn killing is different from spawn peeking, and they're only trying to prevent shooting a player at the point of spawn. This doesn't mean that you still can't get shot coming out of the spawn area. Of these, Canal sees the most significant change as the control room window is now getting a full metal shutter on it. While this does address the spawn kill angle, it also removes the ability for defenders to hit attackers trying to breach the windows on the server room, kitchen, and map room. So this may shift some meta around on how we attack and defend those locations, as those windows are now much safer for attackers to sit on if they want to, especially on that top floor. Other than that, there's lots of bug fixes. As usual, I'll hit some of the highlights without getting into every single one of the fixes, as many are pretty minor or uninteresting. For the complete list of changes, view the patch notes on the official Rainbow Six blog. You can also find the links to the patch notes on the blog from the official forums or subreddit, both of which have links below the video here. So, first up, several exploits that allowed players to get one-way lines of sight have been patched and repaired. Weird audio errors from impact grenades are now more stable. A timeout error message when first connecting to the server while creating a squad should be fixed. An occasional glitch would not give a correct enter prompt while on a rappel line, and that's been taken care of. Some instances occurred where players could melee each other through a one-way mirror window while the glass is still up, and that should no longer happen. Several fixes come to glitches surrounding Capcan that made it a problem for him to deploy his laser trip mines. IQ should no longer spot friendly gadgets when using her scanner. Presumably this means drones too. Some AI pathfinding has been reworked for a few terrorist hunt maps as well, and here's one that we've been waiting for. A glitch that caused the floor in Geisha Room on Skyscraper to become unbreakable has been fixed. There's actually a few general glitches for that map, including one where the floor underneath some carpets on the second floor was unbreakable, which should now work as expected. Besides Skyscraper, most maps have received some general glitch repairs that eliminate things like clipping issues, one-way visibility, unintended destruction effects, invalid bomb diffuser placement, and things like that. Once again, this patch goes live Wednesday, June 7th for PC players only. For consoles, it will be tentatively Tuesday, June 20th before these changes go into effect. And just because I know some people will ask about alpha packs, those are not going to be in this update. That will be in the next update, which is expected to drop sometime in July. So what do you guys think of these changes? How do you feel about the double nerf on GLAZ? What do you think about one-step matchmaking? How about the changes to the control tower window on Canal? Let me know in the comments down below or shoot me a message on Facebook or Twitter. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest news and information from Rainbow Six Siege, then please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.